I finally saw the live-action Beauty and the Beast remake. When I first heard that this movie had been announced, I was both excited and worried. First off, I love Disney's original animated Beauty and the Beast. It is not only my favorite Disney movie, but probably my favorite movie overall. I first saw that movie when I was very young, and it's stuck with me ever since. The gorgeous animation, the beautiful music, and the memorable characters, Beauty and the Beast is an amazing movie and part of Disney's illustrious renaissance of the 90s. The cast they announced for the new movie was all tops. They had Emma Watson as Belle, Ian McKellen, Ewan McGregor, Emma Thompson, to name a few. A movie with Hermione Granger, Gandalf, and Obi-Wan Kenobi? Who's getting the popcorn? I do imagine a lot of people were a bit worried too. Disney's live-action remakes of their animated films have been a mixed bag. I reviewed their live-action remake of The Jungle Book and compared it favorably to the original because the original had a lot of faults. From an artistic standpoint, it makes sense to remake a movie that has flaws and improve upon it. From a marketing and branding standpoint, it makes sense to remake the movies that were already beloved and have immense brand name recognition. The latter is practically a way to print money, but the chances of it being better than the original are very slim. Because of how huge and adored the animated Beauty and the Beast still is, it's really hard to separate the remake as its own movie, especially because of its devotion to the brand. So few changes are made to the story and the dialogue, and some of the changes they did make do little more than pad the runtime. So how does this live-action remake compare to the original animated counterparts? Well, it's serviceable. It's a very well-made movie. The cast is outstanding and everyone gives an incredible performance and fits their role. Hugh McGregor gives a wonderfully flamboyant performance as Lumiere, Emma Thompson shines as the motherly Mrs. Potts, even Josh Gad gives a solid and fun performance as LeFou. Emma Watson as Belle? Good God Almighty was she stunning. She captured the charm of the animated Belle and brought her own. And who knew Hermione could sing? With the help of some autotune. One thing it also did was address some of the plot holes from the original while ignoring others. For example, in the original, no one in the provincial town knew about the nearby castle or any of the people inside. In the remake, the narrator has a line about how the Enchantress's curse extended to wipe the memories of those from anyone who knew them, which is oddly specific, and the reason implied for punishing the servants too is not very good and provided in exposition only. However, there is still no word on how the castle keeps getting supplied with fresh food. The movie also adds backstories to the Beast and Belle that try to explain Beast's douchey behavior before the Enchantress cursed him. Belle and the Beast's backstories also parallel each other somewhat, but it's only lightly touched upon and doesn't make too much of an impact on the story and feels tacked on. Here's the big thing that didn't work for me. The movie is really dark. Not thematically, but visually. I am baffled by some of the cinematography choices in this film. For a movie about singing furniture, it's shockingly dreary. So much of the film is in dark places or has muted colors. While it does work to make the castle look really cool and spooky when Maurice and Belle first explore it, the lack of lighting and colors even there in the scenes that should be bright and magical, primarily the Be Our Guest musical number and the ballroom scene. In the original, the Be Our Guest sequence is one of Disney's best. The animation is incredible, vibrant, and full of energy, and the song is so good and catchy that once you hear it, you will remember it forever. In the remake, while Ewan McGregor and Emma Thompson do a great job singing, so much of the scene is in harsh shadows and limited lighting. I know this is late at night and in an 18th century castle, but realism goes out the window in a movie where the furniture knows dance choreography. Even when the more fantastical moments in the musical number occur, the colors and lights are so limited that the spark of magic is lost. I thought the sequences in La La Land for the songs Another Day of Sun and Someone in the Crowd. While La La Land also had some issues of lighting, such as having some moments where dancers are filmed in shadow, the musical numbers have a lot of vivid colors, as musical numbers of this nature should. Then there's the ballroom scene. This is a make it or break it scene for me. The original ballroom scene from the animated version is one of the most iconic sequences in the Disney animated canon, right up there with the opening of The Lion King and the magic carpet ride from Aladdin. From a technical perspective, the sequence is incredible. Long, unbroken shots are hard to do in live action. In animation, it's astonishingly difficult and it looks perfect here. Along with When We Were Young by Adele, Little Star by Madonna, the ending credits theme from Star Fox 64, and others, the Beauty and the Beast song by Angela Lansbury is one of those songs that makes me cry. It sounds so beautiful. It's one of Disney's best by far. In the remake, Emma Thompson does a commendable job singing, but the scene is plagued by the same darkness that washes out the whole movie. Since my expectations for this scene were pretty high, I was waiting for that wow moment where I could see the movie trying to match its predecessor, but it never came. It was a decent ballroom dance to a familiar song with soft lighting and CGI, but there was no magic. That's the biggest problem with the movie. While the technical aspects and performances are great, the movie lacks a sense of magic and wonder. I don't feel spirited away on a gorgeous fairy tale. It's a perfectly serviceable movie the whole family can enjoy, but it doesn't have that lasting impact the original had. The live-action Beauty and the Beast movie is like an economy-grade Toyota Camry. It is a quality product that will get you where you are going, but it isn't too special. It has FM radio and upholstery seats, but not much else. I do give this movie a strong recommendation. It's a good movie, but as I and many others expected, it doesn't hold a candle to the animated version. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Be my guest.